spend hours and hours scrolling on social media without having any goal, without learning anything, you're just scrolling and scrolling, you are not alone. Many people have been doing this, where you go, you download an app, your favorite app, maybe it's Instagram, YouTube here, TikTok, and all other these apps, and you are just mindlessly scrolling, and by the time you look at your watch, or by the time somebody maybe is making a call on your phone and you're receiving your call, you realize, oh my God, it's 5 hours I've been here without doing anything, just scrolling. In this video, we'll be discussing the reason why people are addicted to social media. We'll be discussing 5 reasons why you are addicted to social media. The first one, your brain needs to feel good, or your brain needs dopamine, which means whenever you go on the social media and you are scrolling without an end, your brain is searching for something that is not getting. So you are scrolling from one account to another, seeing this, seeing that, seeing this, seeing that, but the brain is saying, I'm not satisfied, I want more and more and more. And the more you continue building that, then your brain doesn't want you to stop. It wants you to continue scrolling and scrolling. You don't even know what is it that you are searching for, but your brain is telling you, let's go, let's go, let's keep going. I want to see that, I want to see that, I want to see that. And you know, these apps are meant for that. They are meant for our attention, because they sell whatever it is that they are selling. The advertisement company, they get our attention from these social apps, and they sell whatever it is that they want to sell to us. Because if you see something that is maybe to you is making you happy, you think, oh, this is what I wanted. You view. After you view, your brain tells you, no, let's go to the next one. You view. Next one, you view. Next one. So the first thing you should realize is your brain is looking for something that is not even getting. That's why when you start scrolling, you don't even want to get out of that. Or even though you get out of it, you find yourself, you are back again, because your brain is like, whenever you are taking me, it is not fun. I want here where it is fun. If you're one of those people asking the question of, okay, you've given us all these tips on what to do, but I'm not able to quit on my own. If you're there and you seriously want to change your life for the next 3 months, and you want to work directly with me, you can click the link below on the description, and you're going to book a free consultation call with me. The other factor is distraction. You allow yourself to be distracted by these apps because you don't have a specific or a clear goal on what is it that you want to do. Maybe you are at work in the office, and maybe you have been given work that is due maybe to 1 month or 2 weeks. And in your mind, you are like, this is just the beginning of this project, so I can get my time on social media before maybe before time passes. So you see, if you are that distracted and your brain is also used to these social apps, then whenever you take just a small break, even before you take a break, your brain is already telling you, let's go to Facebook app or let's go to Instagram app so that we can get some dopamine for me to feel good, because that is what you have trained your brain to be doing. And the cure to this will be another video that I'll be doing next, and you check out on this, on how to stop yourself from being addicted to these apps. Because once you understand how your brain is working and how your mind is thinking, then it will be easier for you to get out of those apps. And even when you get tempted to go in there, there is a way, there is a tool that you're going to use for you to be able to prevent yourself or to overcome that urge of wanting to open that app or to see that picture or to see that notification that these social apps they send. The other thing is, and I want to make this an awareness to you if you don't know, these social apps, they are all made for distractions, and they are all made specifically to you. These people have tracked your behaviors according to the things that you love, the surveys that you answer in the internet. All this data has been collected and it is tailored specifically to you. So maybe if you love a certain type of food, they will always show you that. Or if you love a certain types of cars or bikes, they will always bring things that are tailored to that, so that you think, oh, this is what I love and this is... No, it's not what you love. It is what the data has been collected, and they know this is what you have been clicking, this is what you have been answering in our surveys, this is what you have been buying, so this is what you are bringing to you, because we know this is what you want. And when you get on those apps, you are mindlessly scrolling and getting the things that your eyes want to see, and your brain is thinking, yes, this is what I want to see. And it also makes you stick there so that it can continue seeing that. If you want a free guide to help you know and understand how your mind works and why you are this much addicted to those social apps, then comment the word guide and I'll send it to you. The other thing is, your brain is escaping from pain. Maybe there's a load of work waiting for you and you're like, oh my God, this is too much for me. I cannot do it right now. And your brain is like, let's get distracted. Distracted. And when you start getting distracted, you get in that social app. It's not even easy to get out of there. So you have to understand, what pain am I running away from, so that I distract myself and I don't feel that pain. Maybe when it's something that is internal, there is some thoughts that you are thinking and they are bringing you pain, a lot of pain. And instead of you going towards thought and being curious and asking, why are these thoughts coming up and what can I do about them, instead of you dealing with them, you are running away from them and going to where now the brain feels good, the social apps. So that is something you should watch for. The other stuff is you as a human being wanting to feel the need of belonging. Human beings are made for connection. And these apps lie to us that this is where we should be connecting, instead of physically meeting each other and communicating with each other face to face. Instead, they are telling us that the only way to connect is through these social apps, maybe building communities. And I'm not saying that that is a bad thing, but this is how they have rewired our brains to think that the physical meeting, that is the old-fashioned way. The new and the trendy way is us meeting on the social apps, and this is now the cool way of interacting and of meeting each other. So if you're not in those apps, you feel like I'm missing out maybe on my classmates, on my colleagues, on the group that we have of all these kind of groups and communities that we all have and we have all created. We think that we are missing out, which is not true, because we physically usually meet our families, our friends, and all these people. But it doesn't mean that if you are not meeting on the social, we are boring people or we don't belong. The other one is they have created so much anxiety for people, whereby if somebody is not using that phone in those social media apps, you feel like you don't have any other life, and you're not even able to cope now being alone, because you are like, your brain is like, you have to be doing something, your fingers has to be doing something for me to feel like I'm existing, or for me to feel like a human being. And this is where many people are so addicted, because your fingers have been tailored to scroll and scroll and scroll until your brain now thinks that this is normal and this is the only way for me to be able to survive. And if you're not there, your brain creates so much anxiety in you, such that when you don't have a phone, or when your phone doesn't have charge, or there is no internet wherever it is that you are, you feel so anxious in a place where you feel like you are dying, or you feel so much fear that you are not even able to cope up with yourself, or you cannot even be with yourself. And this is where there is so much issues with people, because people are not able now to connect with their family physically. Whenever somebody gets out of work, instead of coming back home and connecting with the family, or connecting with the spouse, or connecting with the kids, instead of them doing that, they get out of the car, they go in the couch, and they get on their phone and they start scrolling. And you see, when you start that, it is also creating another friction in your family, because they think the message that you are sending to them is like, I don't want you, you are not wanted in my presence, I don't want any disturbance, I just want my phone. That is the message that you are communicating. And if you are there, you are wondering, you are telling us all this stuff, but I don't know even how I'm going to get out of this phone. We are here for you. We are going to give you tools that are going to help you understand how your brain works concerning that addiction that you have, and also how your brain and your mind works. And once you start using those tools, you're going to start seeing changes slowly in your life, and we're also going to walk you through all those steps and how you're going to be using all those tools, so that you get yourself out of that addiction, and also you can be able to live like a normal human being. Let me know in the comments which is your favorite social app, and why do you use it? Also, which among all these that resonated with you? If you're one of those people asking the question of, okay, you've given us all these tips on what to do, but I'm not able to quit on my own. If you're there and you seriously want to change your life for the next 3 months, and you want to work directly with me, you can click the link below on the description, and you're going to book a free consultation call with me. What if one change could help you quit social media? You can use social media productively, but at the same time, you can also have the choice to quit it